You mentioned it once in passing. We devoted a whole weekend to it. Here are your most asked questions. Question number 1.
From?
From Zaz.
How do you spell that?
That's Z-S-A-S. Okay, thank you. More working on car content?
Is that a question?
That's a question. We'll be working on more cars in the next coming episodes. I know we haven't been doing a lot of crazy builds, but it's because we've got a lot of crazy builds coming up. So stay tuned for that.
It's true. Yeah, Reedus and Cletus summer looks very exciting. Lots of big stuff going on. Reedus and Cletus spring, building to the summer.
Yes, that's right. Okay, question number 2. Question number 2 from Ethan. A lot of people give older cars flack for not having many safety features compared to modern cars. So how does this affect your decision to regularly drive or even daily drive a pretty old car like the Ford Datsun or Corvette?
They're fun! Yeah, I mean, they're nowhere near as safe or as good as a new car. Not even as fast as a new car. It does take a different style of driving. You can't just drive it gung-ho with one hand all the time because you have to leave a longer following distance. This is what I find is a big thing with old cars because the brakes suck. So you've got to leave a longer following distance on the highway. Just kind of just be more generally conscious of what the car is doing. Look, checking for smells, watching gauges, all that stuff. I
also think that it also makes you a better driver to drive an old car because you have to be aware of those things. New cars have so many features that kind of do things for you, whereas in an old car, you are that feature, so it makes you a better driver. And as far as reliability goes, I think we've been pretty good. I mean, we've had a couple of mishaps, but we're okay at fixing cars by the side of the road, and we don't mind that. For people that gotta get to work on time every day, that's fine, but sometimes we don't go to work at all.
You're given $2,000 to buy a car for a road trip to Dallas, Texas. However, on this trip, you can't go on any roads whose speed limit is greater than 90 km/h. It's like 50 miles an hour for you guys.
What would you drive?
$2,000 bucks. Well, first of all, I try to avoid roads that have super high speed limits on the first place. This is perfect. If to Dallas is far.
Yeah, well, here's a spoiler a little bit. We probably will be driving down to Texas at some point in Reedus and Cletus, and we will probably drive some old pile of crap. So,
or my Suburban, because it works.
Yeah, so, I want to say like an old Cadillac or something, just because it would be, they are cheap.
Yeah.
The gas wouldn't be cheap, but something like a 70s front-wheel drive Cadillac would be so much fun to bomb down there in, and convertible for sure.
I just want any big old wagon. Because if I'm driving to Dallas, I want to sleep in the car. I want to pull over on the shoulder, sleep in the back, and then hit the road again. So any big 1960s American wagon, in mid-size or full-size would be great. Something like a Coronet wagon, or maybe like one of the big GM B-bodies would be good. I don't know. I'd love an old wagon for a road trip.
I think I'd want to go for an SUV of some type, and something like, I really like 80s Japanese SUVs, and then we could get a tent. We could pitch a tent somewhere by the side of the road or something.
Trooper or something?
Yeah, like an Isuzu Trooper. I really like Land Cruisers and Land Rovers, but regular people don't have money for those things, let alone this idiot.
Land Cruisers cost more than Corvettes. It's actually ridiculous.
Pretty crazy.
So who buys these? This is from, we should remember the name.
Yeah.
01 Ace Alpha. Wow, this guy's #1 at everything. Who's 370Z? You guys enjoy newer cars too, and not just for reliability? So the first question, who's 370Z, is because if you watch the Corvair episode, in one of the shots in the garage, I'm working on the Corvair next to a red Nissan 370Z.
Or Z for you Canadians watching. Yes. 46% of you.
And that's because the Z is actually a press car that I had for a week. I was driving it for work because in our real jobs, we're automotive journalists. So occasionally we test out cars for a week. Usually nothing too exciting. The 370 was kind of the sportiest thing I've driven in a while. I liked it.
It's a cool car, actually. And to the next question, yeah, we do enjoy newer cars. It's nice to be given, let us test newer cars for manufacturers and stuff, because they are definitely safer. They are still fun. That is a fun car. The 370Z
I like. There's a lot of new cars I don't, but I will say that the reason we don't always mess with new cars is because they're expensive.
Yeah, how much was that car?
Like, that's the thing. The 370 I think was in the low 30s or so.
Yeah.
30 grand, I'd be buying a big block Corvette. That's a great car.
Yeah.
Whereas 30 grand in the 370, it's like...
It's like Datsun levels of fun in a $30,000 car.
So yeah, because the money it's not the same.
Yeah, they are more reliable sometimes, but again, we haven't really had any reliability problems. You can all yell at us for saying that later, that we are unreliable, but we don't care. From the Corvair episode, LS swap wasn't the answer? Question mark.
LS swap is honestly never the answer for me. And LS is so expensive and it goes so fast. I'm not willing to do any of that. I mean,
LS swaps aren't cool. I will say it. I will be the internet hate. LS swaps are not cool. There's nothing cool about something you can just plug in and do. It's boring. It's too easy. You gotta have some struggle. Nothing in life that's good is easy. Remember that.
I like Pop-Tarts. Those are pretty easy.
Pop-Tarts aren't good. I'll say that on the internet too.
I think the key to a cool LS swap is starting with LS swap. The key to a cool LS swap is starting with a car that nobody likes. So if you've got a 1982 Ford Fairmont and you jam an LS in that, that's a great LS swap.
That's
because
true.
The base package wasn't that great to begin with. However, if you're working with an old car, a golden era car, 66 to 72 or whatever it is, that's when I would like to keep things period correct. You know, use Webers and do all those other period hop-ups. But if you've got a car from like the mid-80s that made 165 horsepower stock and they made 600,000 of them, put an LS in that because then it's hilarious.
Yeah, that would be great.
Next we got WM21.
That's WDM2112 and he wants to know why you didn't put pants on for the video where we asked people to ask us questions.
Oh, so we... That was honestly the weekend. Were we both sick or was it just me?
No, both of us.
Oh god, that morning was awful. We had...
And Clayton has pooped his pants 3 times that day, so he just gave up.
Get marks in the alley.
That's Wilson, by the way.
I know, it's Wilson.
Hi, Wilson.
CrownVic.ca again. What is the best place to find old cars to buy in Ontario?
I think we really search Kijiji all the time. We're pretty much on there every day looking for interesting things. We're also on eBay a lot because the Mustang, forthcoming Mustang, which you've seen very little of. I bought that on eBay and had it shipped up here. And a lot of stuff that we haven't per se done, but we have seen is there's lots of cars on the side of the road and kind of in rural Ontario, would you say?
That's the thing. For Ontario, you have to avoid the metro areas 100% because the prices are crazy. Like the Corvair I bought out in Tiverton, Ontario, which, you know, I was the first guy to ever look at the thing, and it turned out to be a whole pile of crap. But anyways, basically, Kijiji and eBay are the big ones, but the other thing is whenever I meet someone, literally like everyone I meet, I always just say, I'm interested in buying old cars, and if they know of any that's stashed in a barn or a garage or somewhere, I'd be interested in it. And usually nothing happens, but sometimes people are like, yeah, actually, you know, my uncle's got this old car, I think it's a Fiat stashed in a barn, and sometimes it's stuff that's pretty cool. So yeah, word of mouth is also kind of a good way to buy cars. And
we go to car shows, like there'll probably be a spring thaw coming up sometime here soon. And a lot of people there sometimes have for sale signs, or they know people, or you know, you just go talk to them like, yeah, I'm thinking of getting rid of it, and like, you never know.
But yeah, reliably the best place to find cars, like geographically, is like up around like Barrie. That's just like where all the good stuff is.
I'm gonna mute that, so I'm gonna bleep your face so that people don't know where to buy nice cars. Those are for us. CrownVic.ca asks a lot of questions. We like you, and Crown Vics are kind of cool.
I think he has a cool Crown Vic. I think I remember this guy.
Really?
I think it's like a monster, actually. Oh, I got a question for you, Alex.
Yes.
Nathan Murray says, how does Ritas keep his hair so luscious? Seriously, what do you think of Alfa Romeo, their new vehicles? Have you driven any, and their return to North America? I'm assuming those are both questions for you.
Well, I keep my hair so luscious by, you know, literally just washing it. I actually don't have any product in my hair. It's just poofy. Same with Clayton's. Clayton's got really nice hair too, which none of you notice. You should notice Clayton's hair for what it is.
He uses L'Oreal.
He uses L'Oreal. Oh, is that the no tears one?
I like it because it's got a little fish on the bottle. I like the blue one.
And Alfa Romeo, their new cars, I haven't driven the 4C, but you have driven a 4C.
I love the 4C. The 4C, we were talking about new cars earlier. That's one of my favorite new cars, like bar none, any price range. I think the 4C is amazing. It drives like a little LMP1 car. It's awesome.
Ooh, I really want to drive one. And
superb.
Yeah, luckily we have cool jobs that let us do it. I would really also like to try the Quattro Formaggio. The 4 cheeses.
I've driven the 4-cylinder version of that car, and I can tell you it feels like any other rental car.
It's a 4-cylinder version. It doesn't have 505 horsepower.
Yeah, you put 500 horsepower into anything, you become somebody. But yeah, the base regular Alpha, I don't know. Blindfold me, it feels like a BMW. This thing is time to break open the using purple potato snacks.
From Jagabee.
Yeah, these were given to me. I don't know. It says It says using purple potato, and then it says real potato, and you can't say no to that.
Let's see if we can get a.
Let's get a shot of that. Oh, it's not lit very well.
Well, lit, not lit very well.
Yep, get it.
We gotta eat. Oh my god. Oh no, these look like old fries.
Oh, we gotta show them that. Can you see that? This is using purple potato with real potato.
And we didn't find it under the Corvair, amazingly.
Wow, that's weird.
They're actually good. Hey, if Jacoby wants to sponsor us, I like these.
Our phone number is in the bottom right corner. Call now. Operators are standing by. The next question, which is sponsored by Jacoby Real Potatoes, is Vernon Robinson, who asks, apparently, awesome, awesome, awesome. I just subscribed and I really enjoyed it. I see in the garage a Corvair. Was that the Corvair with the turbo that was at the car show? Where is the Corvette? Good question. So that would be in episode 5, the Redis vs. Cletus. We ran into Chris that has an awesome turbo Corvair, and it's ratty and it's cool. And actually the same body style as my Corvair that I used to have, the 1966.
Same year too, I think. His was a 69, sorry. I think it was the last year, wasn't it? His was a 69.
His was a 7, I think. Anyways, second gen Corvair. Anyways, they are two different cars. He actually sold his, and we wanted to buy it.
Should have bought it. He wanted 5,500 Canadian dollars, which is about 13 American dollars, and like,
$5
that was a nice car.
For.
But no, that's not the same Corvair, unfortunately.
Yeah, and actually, where is the Corvette? The whole time that I had the Corvair in my garage, like a 5 or 6 month period, my pride and joy Corvette was in front of my girlfriend's house under a tarp for like 6 months.
Oh.
I didn't even drive it or do anything with it. So yeah, sacrifices you make.
It's coming back.
Corvair is back. Corvette is back.
Oh, don't.
No.
Oh.
Oh no.
Clayton still likes Corvairs. BRFT Driver 13 says, you guys have a beauty there. The year I was born, 1966. He's talking about the Ford. Do y'all ever drive it barefoot? I would love to see a video of both of you driving it barefoot and then talking about the freedom and fun of driving barefoot. No, I haven't, but I have heard that driving barefoot is better. My dad also has a Datsun Roadster, and he prefers to drive it without shoes on because he's got kind of big feet and the pedals are close together, so I've never driven barefoot, have you?
Oh yeah, I mean, basically, I used to go boating all the time. When you launch a boat, you're always barefoot because you're getting out of the water, so I've driven barefoot all the time. The two things I'm going to note is, number one, I learned it's actually technically illegal.
I did learn that too.
But the follow-up is, I wonder how they'd ever know, because it's not like, you know, your seatbelt. Like,
sir, let me see your feet.
So yeah, if you ever get pulled over, it is illegal, I guess? I don't know.
One thing I have done with the Ford is I've driven it with my left foot sitting like this. Not with you sitting there.
No.
But it was like driving like that with my left foot like this, just for fun. That was a good time. For nobody but me.
Left foot braking.
Okay, crownvic.ca asks again, how did that thing pass the safety with a burned out brake light which remained burned out after the safety was done and roached wipers? So
next question.
No, actually the taillight isn't burnt out, it's just really, really dark. It's just like, it needs new bulbs. So it still works, it is just a dull taillight. And the roached wipers,
the law says you have to have wipers, not that they have to be good wipers. Which it did have wipers.
True. Thanks, Crown Vic. He's probably a cop.
These next 3 questions, they all go together.
I know. Okay, JRC99 asks, has the back seat ever been used? It looks brand new. He's talking about the 66 Ford. Oh. And it actually is brand new because the interior was redone on it before I bought it. It's been used to sit in so far, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
How was the sit?
Biggest sit I ever took. Answer a question from Aviator 111167.
I like him a lot better than Aviator 11166. You know, new and improved version. Did they make love to each other after the trip? Which trip did we not make love to each other afterwards? Maybe he's referring to you making love to the Datsun. That was the real love story in that show.
Tailpipes are hot. Mm-hmm. I'm not putting that in. Alright, and Zaz, Z-A-S-Z-Z asks, can you teach us how to get a girlfriend?
When we learn, we will tell you.
Well, we actually both do have girlfriends, and basically, I actually have real advice for this, and it's literally just be yourself. Seriously, be weird, do cool stuff, and somebody nice will come to you.
What if yourself is Alex? First step to getting a girlfriend is buying my old Corvair. Nothing will get you a girlfriend quite like that thing, so buy it off me.
And by girlfriend, he means rabies and termites.
Are you? Would you like to have a nice little wasp nest girlfriend?
Oh my god.
We do read every comment that you guys post on YouTube. We reply to all the ones that we can. We love the feedback from the show, and you know, it helps us make it a better show, and so we like reading the comments, and especially sometimes the angry ones. Some people don't like the
We've only had a couple of times that people have been angry. Most of all, you guys are really, really awesome, and we love reading the comments.
And you'll see more farts on the next episode of Beefus and Doofus.
And Doofus and Goofus.
And Rebus and Parabus.
And Beepus and Peepus.
Oh!
Oh, wee! I like it.
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 Are you editing this one?
Yes.
Cool. I like it.
Bye.
Bye.